Missing someone.
Hello everybody, my name is Sculk6 and welcome back to another Minecraft video. And in this one, we are actually going to be taking a look at the new 1.17 Sculk Sensor in 1.16.3, which is a super cool command block recreation of the actual Sculk Sensor. So it's kind of on a budget, pretty low budget actually, but it does actually function the way you would think a Sculk Sensor would function, and it's just a pretty good simulation of what the Sculk Sensor would be like in 1.17 when it actually comes out. So yeah, this doesn't actually include any mods or anything like that, so you can actually go ahead and download this world file and play around with the Sculk Sensor for yourself because it only uses command blocks. So if you want to go ahead and download the world file, then pretty much all you have to do is just go ahead and go down in the description below, and there will be a Planet Minecraft link where you can click on and get all the downloads, including the world download and the texture pack file download. Are there for you to click on. Yeah, but here's the Sculk Sensor, and if you walk around it or make any vibrations near it, then you automatically get detected in around about a 4-block range, as you can see. Also, if you place a block in any one of these cross-sectional areas, then they will, and if you break them, then it will automatically detect that as well. But unfortunately, it will not detect any blocks being placed in the diagonals or anywhere that is not along this cross pattern, and I can actually show it all the way right here as well. Now, I did implement wool occlusion, so you can actually place wool all around the Sculk Sensor, and you cannot get detected around these wool edges, but as soon as you move in front where there is no wool, then you will automatically get detected by the Sculk Sensor, which is pretty cool if I do say so myself. Now, everybody's favorite mechanic about the Sculk Sensor is that it can actually deliver a redstone charge. So how you do that is just pretty much just place a redstone dust on either one of these sides, and as you can see, those pieces of redstone will light up. And if you want a little bit more visual, as you can see, if you place a repeater right there, then it will automatically give a small little output. So yeah, we can use that to create some really cool stuff. And yeah, so let's just go ahead and start building stuff with the Sculk Sensor. Now, the first thing that popped in my mind when I thought about using the Shulk Sensor is sort of an invisible tripwire. So I guess we can just use this as a little warm-up or a little starter, and then we can go ahead and move on to the harder, more difficult Shulk Sensor uses. Alright, so I don't know, I guess we can just go ahead and start by placing the Shulk Sensor. And I don't know, we can go ahead and grab some redstone, and what, let me go ahead and make a passageway here. Alright, so here's my corridor right here, and we have the Shulk Sensor on this side. And you know, I'm thinking about a pretty simple door, and what's really cool about the Shulk Sensor that I've already found out, that you can actually place a block in front of it and it will still detect you right here. So that can be used to create some really cool hidden activation devices if you just walk somewhere in like a certain area, and it'll automatically detect you opening up a door or whatever we're gonna build. So looks like there's no door right here, so let me go ahead and do that real quick. Boom! Both of the pistons are now closed, and let's just go ahead and give it a tester. Okay, this might be a problem. So after some slight readjustments, okay. Alright, finally, after some trial and error, we've got both of the piston doors to open, and they will close shortly after, right behind. But there's a problem that you can't actually go back the way you came, so let me go ahead and make that real quick. Alright, so now I've just added another Shulk Sensor right off to this side here. Let me go ahead and add some wool occlusion real quick. And now we are actually ready to test this. So if I walk up to the door here, it will open, I can walk away, and after some time it will close, and I can do it the same way again as well, and then it will close up behind me after a short amount of time. So I call that one a pretty good success. Just using 2 Shulk Sensors and a few bits of redstone, we can create a pretty cool looking door that will actually power using just the vibrations of the footsteps as we're walking towards the door, which I would say is a pretty cool contraption. Moving on. Now, the second thing that I was thinking about when they released this Shulk Sensor was a trap. Some sort of way that you can break a block and that person would never even know that it would be linked up to a trap. So if we go ahead and grab some diamond ore and we go ahead and add a Shulk sensor, and if I go ahead and break this diamond block, as you can see, it will automatically detect, and that's kind of the base principle behind what we're about to do now. Alright, so all we're going to do is just going to go ahead and grab some flush piston trapdoors, and we're actually going to drop the ground down and then out of the way so the player will fall once he actually breaks the diamond. It should, in theory, pretty simple, but I don't know how this is going to go. And, well, safe to say, it actually worked pretty fine. I don't know if that's probably one of the satisfying opening and closing sequence of a piston door I've ever seen in my life. Look at that. And now with both sides in, I honestly, oh my gosh, it looks so good. There's no way that anyone is ever going to survive this trap. So now all we have to do is just hook it up to the Shulk sensor and everything should be fine. We're on the home straight. You know, honestly, target blocks are pretty useful. And that is pretty much the whole entire redstone contraption completely finished. And I'm pretty excited to test this out. If I go ahead and just, oh man, let me just do it without actually falling. If I break it, okay, well, you know, it's crazy how much one tick of a repeater can actually do. So, with that now fixed, if we go ahead and break this, oh, there's no way that you will ever survive that, ever, in a mazillion years. Yep, you're dead. You know, is mazillion even a word? I honestly don't know. It's better be a word now, because I've said it. That is, I would say, a successful trap. If we go ahead, break that diamond block, everything will fold away, and then fold up swiftly after. And same thing if you place a block there as well. So that's pretty cool. It's just kind of a proof of concept type thing. And yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with that one. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Now say if you had an absolute huge mansion and you didn't really want to have pressure plates all over your lawn to, you know, guard against those mobs at night. So why don't you just put a few Shulk sensors down and combine them with a flush arrow trap to wipe all of them out. I think that's a great idea, so let's go ahead and do that. You know, I wouldn't say I'm a builder, but this actually looks pretty decent. I mean, I spent like 4 hours on it, but I mean, look, it looks great. If you're a multi-bazillionaire, then obviously you gotta have a soul sand valley right before you enter the walls, so like right up next to the walls, so that your enemies will kind of get slowed down and then pelted with dispensers and arrows when the walls fold back and the dispensers just rain out on the mobs. You can tell I'm kind of excited for this one. So now the Soul Sand Valley is actually in place, and it's time to do some of the redstone. So before I add these Shulk sensors in, I'm actually going to be adding all of the flush dispenser traps that will be folding out and then dispensing all of the arrows. So let me go ahead and build that now and do the Shulkers later. I meant Shulk sensors. We actually had to make a little bit of modifications to the wall, but I would say that it is pretty much worth it because we've got one of the modules in here, and if we go ahead and give this lever a flick, as you can see, is completely hidden, flush with the wall, and then this dispenser will be shooting out all of its arrows onto the incoming wave of mobs. And now all we have to do is just kind of just repeat that. This is gonna be a while. Oh my god, this is repetitive. You know, just a little bit repetitive. I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, it's not bad at all. I mean, like, except for that one and that. I mean, that's okay, wow. As soon as I start saying good about this contraption, it just, okay, dude, oh my god. And now, after absolutely no struggle at all whatsoever, if I go ahead and pull this lever right here, as you can see everything, okay, I'm missing all of the dispensers. And also this happened. Yay! Now everything is completely finished. We can go ahead and finally give it a tester. And if I flick this lever here, as you can see, everything pops out. Okay, and the dispensers aren't firing. We have finally got a beautiful redstone contraption. I think I'm done, honestly. Alright, for the 150th time, this is the final, no more modifications. We are absolutely done with this flush arrow dispenser, and there we go. All of them fold down
Look at that. That's going to be absolutely devastating. Now, unfortunately, I could not add these right here. These do not work, just because the Shulk Sensor is actually going to be behind there. And oh my god, this is annoying. Just because of those pillars right here and here, they will have the Shulk Sensor behind them, detecting if any mob is in this general area. Oh no. This is not good. You know, at least this is satisfying. I'd say this is pretty satisfying. Now this is not satisfying. Oh no. Alright, the second attempt of the Shulk sensors being in place. Hopefully this will work. I'm kind of betting on this will work. If it doesn't, then I don't know what's gonna happen. So if I walk up here, then everything will open up and fire all of the arrows and then close up shortly after. I kind of want to make that pulse extender a little bit longer, so let me go ahead and do that, and we'll put all the arrows in and we'll give it a proper test. Alright, so we are finally done. That took me way longer than I thought it was going to. The timing circuits, let's just say I had a little bit of technical difficulties and we'll move on from there, but it was actually pretty difficult to actually set all of this up. And yeah, but if you do want to find a exact tutorial on how to actually build these flush arrow dispensers, then click the card in the top right now or down in the description and it'll take you to that video. But enough of that, this is the final result. Now I've included all of the arrows in and they will just absolutely destroy me. Right now it's off, and if I walk up to this, as you can hear, these Shulk sensors will be ticking, but nothing is actually opening just because I have to turn it on first. So if I go ahead and turn it on, give this lever a flick, it is now activated, and as these caution symbols say, I cannot get near it, and then if I do get near it, then all of the stuff will fold down and absolutely obliterate me. Before I go ahead and test it out, I'm actually going to go ahead and go into game mode survival and see how quickly I die from this. And hopefully I can actually get out of this alive. But if I walk close to this Shulk sensor, and all of a sudden there's all of these dispensers shooting arrows at me, there's absolutely no way that you will ever survive this. And then it just closes up like nothing ever happened. And now I'm back at the start. So yeah, that took about 5 seconds for me to instantly die, and this is just one of the examples of how you can actually use the Shulk sensor in Minecraft when it does get released. But yeah, if you guys did like the video, then please make sure to leave a like, and if you're new to the channel, then please make sure to subscribe. And if you want to see more content about or around the Shulk sensor, or you know, Caves and Cliffs update, then go ahead and leave a like on this video and smash a like button, and then turn on that bell notification, and I will be making another one of these. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one, and goodbye.
And you listen.